Hey there, once again, students. This is the lesson 3 of the World History 2, and the title of this lesson is The Absolute Monarchs. In this lesson, we are going to talk about the kings and queens or the leaders of the society with the monarchy um, way of controlling the government. Let's talk about the absolutism of the monarchy. So these monarchs mostly ruled in Europe, and this political goal is for the growth of power and of the country, and this would also help out in determining the success of each nation. When you say absolute power, it means that the power and authority flowed through the hereditary throne. It's most ruled by divine right or the belief that their authority came directly from God, which means divine right of kings. Let's take a look at the first of the absolute monarchs. The first of the absolute monarchs is Philip II. From Spain, he ruled with complete authority over the government and the lives of the people. He sought to strengthen the Catholic Church and expand Spanish influence because he believed that through this religion, his power would be stronger. And he also saw Queen Elizabeth as chief Protestant threat to Catholicism and sent Armada to England, but was defeated by the English eventually. The next one is Queen Elizabeth I of England. She is the daughter of King Henry VIII. She never got married. She worked closely with Parliament and she ruled during the defeat of Spanish Armada. And she is one of the well-known and successful ruler of England. Next on the list is James I of England. He is the first Stuart monarch. He clashed with Parliament over divine right. One of the things that he did is that he dissolved Parliament, collected taxes on his own. He also clashed with Puritans who wanted to purify the Church of England of Catholic practices. He is the person who pursued the King James Bible in 1611. Another person on the list, or king on the list, is King Charles I of England. He forced to sign petition of right by Parliament in 1628 so he could raise taxes. He also dissolved Parliament in 1629, and he ruled for 11 years without Parliament. And on his reign, also, there has been an English civil war. These are this is between Cavaliers and Roundheads. Roundheads, led by Oliver Cromwell, who defeated King Charles um, under the Cavaliers. Eventually, King Charles was executed. The next person on the list is Peter the Great of Russia. He adopted a policy of westernization. This is about the ideas, Western ideas, culture, and technology. One of the things that he did is made sure that the military is strengthened so that he would be able to expand Russia's borders and he would have a centralized royal power. In St. Petersburg, named for him, thousands died building it. And he also forced the nobility to serve the state in civilian or military jobs. Last person on the list is Louis the 14th of France. Louis the 14th of France, always associated with the palace at Versailles because it's widely known. A little later, we'll be talking about that place or that palace. He never called a meeting of the Estates General. He also took the sun as a symbol of his absolute power, and he eventually was recognized as the Sun King. He also gave government jobs to wealthy middle class and earned their loyalty. He built the strongest army in Europe to enforce his policies at home and abroad. Let's proceed to the Versailles, home of the Sun King, quote unquote. Now, the one that you see on the slide is the young King Louis the 14th. Based on the record, King Louis is the one of the youngest king that has been um, given the power in an absolute monarch. And this one on the slide, you see that carriage where King Louis was riding at this time, and he has been able to use this transport um, within his errands or with the things that he does for politics and other things. This Bourbon family crest is very particular and very special in King Louis's time because this has served as a symbol, as a crest in all of his reign, and this also would show that he has the absolute power over his people. And as you can see, this sun symbol is also put in front of the gate or in front of the palace to show, um, to symbolize the power that he has at that time. Basically, this is the overwhelming statistics of Versailles, of the palace, how big it is, how like what the design is, and what are the things inside. You have this list already. I won't go over the list, but you see this on the slide, and you're able to imagine how humongous, how huge the palace is, and what are the things that are there to make it very, very luxurious. All right, so the next slides or the next ones that I'm going to show you are the slideshow of photos of the palace. And in these photos, you would see how big it is. And well, basically, it's the photos of or like um, the description or the photos that you will see from the statistics that I mentioned earlier. So, without further ado, I'll show you the photos and I'll let you um, imagine, or I would let, or I would give you and allow you and give you the opportunity to see it for yourself on these slides. All right, as you have seen all of those photos and slides, they are very significant in the palace, and you have seen their caption. So that's what it is for those photos. But I would like to discuss a little bit about Madame de Pompadour. So Madame de Pompadour um, was the one of the mistresses of King Louis, and actually a chief mistress of King Louis. That's why in history she's significant as well. So this is who she was back then during her time. So Madame de Pompadour has her own place inside the palace or inside the vicinity of the palace. And this is what you are seeing on the slide as well. Um, Seems like a palace in itself, but it's just part of it. Marie Antoinette and her children. Marie Antoinette is another name for Madame de Pompadour. So as you can see, she has three children on this slide. So the one that you saw earlier, Madame de Pompadour and Marie Antoinette, they are just a one person. All right, so starting from here and at the end of this slide, you will see the living room of the place of Marie Antoinette. You would also see the peasant's house, um, and you would know that even the peasant, they have their own place, and it's also big. It's not just a room, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And the entirety of the second part or the palace is just all about it, like what's in it, how big it is, um, who are the people in there, and many more.